Hey y'all, so I just learned about this thing called Virginity Rocks by Danny Duncan, I believe it's called, some squiggly haired white guy. As all squiggly haired white guys on the internet, especially in, I would say, about early 2000s YouTube, pretty much just stretching across the span of YouTube as we know it. Um, so Virginity Rocks, as I take it, is supposed to be a joke. It has a urban encyclopedia page and a know your meme page and all that kind of stuff. So the controversy, the main part of the controversy around Virginity Rocks is that it's supposed to be promoting a positive message of celibacy or whatever. Um, for those who know any YouTuber, it's a joke. All YouTuber merchandise is a damn joke unless it actually has an explicit message on it. Um, and Virginity Rocks is no, it's like Obey, right? You know, I mean, Obey has gone through its share of changes. The context of Obey has changed, but it's just like that. It's done. But the back to the controversy. The controversy is about wearing these hoodies and sweatshirts and whatnot at schools. So the reason why people are getting in trouble, for those of you who are way too pea-brained to understand this, is that if there are students walking around wearing sweatshirts saying Virginity Rocks, that means that other students get to walk around wearing shirts that say Sex Rocks, which is like you can't have one without the other. If you let the Virginity Rocks people walk around schools, well, then you gotta let the Sex Rocks people walk around schools. And that's when we get to promoting sexual behavior, which is not allowed on most school campuses. So, I really just wanted to explain that because a lot of people don't get freedom of speech until, you know, it's time for freedom of speech. Where am I on the issue? I'm an adult. So I'm probably gonna get one of these just because it says Virginity Rocks on it, and I get the joke, so I'm kind of down. I'm not. I've never heard this guy before. I saw someone wearing the hoodie on TikTok, and then I went on the internet and did a search, and then came across this controversy, and then this video I saw was like posted earlier this year. Or maybe late last year in the before times before people had to wear masks and stuff. Um, but as far as like wearing those things at school, how about you just like sit down and have a conversation about that? About, hey, if you wear that, other people get to wear this, and we can't have either of those things, instead of just pointing the finger and being like, you can't do that, and if you do that, you're going to get in trouble or whatever. People seem to understand things better when you explain things to them. And if they still do it after you've explained it, well, then you go into whatever steps come after that involving whatever punishment. Because now they have an understanding of why they shouldn't do it and they're still doing it. Unless everyone has decided to agree that, all right, freedom of speech across the board. You get to say virginity, you get to say sex. This better not turn to a gang war. Everybody just live. But yeah, it's sad that in 2020 people have to explain freedom of speech to people and how freedom of speech applies to everyone and not just one group of people. Like the paradox of rights of freedom of speech means you get to say this thing, but freedom of speech means that no one gets to disagree with you. That's not freedom of speech. Freedom of speech means people get to disagree with people. Um, and that's pretty much, but like I'm sure somebody else can explain the other parts of this, of why this is not great. uh Pushing celibacy and virginity and abstinence on people is super toxic, but I'm gonna leave someone else to explain that. Bye.